Hey, Scruffy. You jumped right up when I opened the door. Okay, and you stepped right back. Guess that means you're hungry, huh? Uh-oh, you're grooming again. The flea's back. Now your fur still looks better than the other day. So I have your meaty pate with real chicken and tuna, kibble, and more rotisserie chicken skin. Okay, so let's see. Let's get the food on the table. With the glove. Okay. Whoa, what's the hiss for? Thought we were past the hissing phase. At least it wasn't a scratch. So I actually was scratched today, lightly, by that friendly cat. I saw him again. And he wanted to play. So he was rubbing up against me like the pets, and then he started batting my hand. And so he lightly scratched me. So I have a slight scratch on my hand, but it didn't. So it looks like it tore the skin, but it didn't like break it completely. So there's like no blood. So I might save the footage for that for another day, and I'm not sure if it came out, so I need to review it. So the cat was very playful and liked to move around, and I was having trouble playing with the cat while I was holding the camera, so I don't know if anything came out. But yeah, I had actually a pretty bad day. It may have ended on a optimistic note, but yeah, we'll see. So I've been working on my dad's paperwork stuff. So I mentioned yesterday there was a company that sent out settlement checks, but I can't do anything with the check since he's deceased. And in order to get them to reissue a check under my name, I have to jump through a bunch of hoops. The biggest one is I have to get medallion signature guarantee or signature validation program stamp. SVP, I think. So yesterday I mentioned I went to my credit union and they wouldn't give me the medallion because they need more documentation. And they didn't know what the SVP was. They did give me a signature guarantee, if that would help. And so I had to call the company that issued the settlement check today to find out if that would be sufficient. And they said, nope, has to be one of the other two things. And then I asked them, well, can you send me the documentation that my credit union requires? And they said, nope. We don't supply any of that. And this is the first we've ever heard of any institution requesting such a thing. And my guess is that they are being willfully ignorant of what people are going through, because so my story continues today. So basically, after a unfruitful, unproductive phone call with their service for the third time, I went down to my bank branch. So yesterday I went to my credit union, today I went to my bank. And I asked if I can get a signature, if I can get either one of the two things. And so now they tell me they actually stopped doing the medallion like a month ago. So their entire institution stopped doing the medallions, probably because of the same reasons that my credit union was being so strict with the procedure, because I guess it's becoming a high risk problem for institutions to give these medallions, and so it sounds like everyone's just giving up on them and not doing them anymore. So they would not give me a medallion because they don't do them anymore. And then I asked about the SVP, and they said, "What's that?" Great. So they asked, so they took my contact information, and then they said, so we're going to talk to some people and find out what we can about that SVP and see if we can do something. So we'll call you back in like a half hour. So I was at the branch, so I said, well, okay, I guess I'll go home and wait for your call. So they didn't call. This was in the morning. So meanwhile, I start working on a plan C or D, or I don't know what letter we're on now, E. And yeah, I wrote some emails to some other institutions that I'm a client of. I think they're less likely to have these programs, but I'm getting desperate. I don't have a lot of options anymore. Yeah, I like that neck pet, huh? Yeah? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I think he likes the neck pets. And then I finally got a call back from my dad's other institution. Oh, he lifted up his foot and he didn't strike. Wow. So the other problem I was working on for the past couple weeks, which is unrelated to, well, it's I guess unrelated to this problem. It's a different problem entirely, though. I think it's actually somewhat connected indirectly, but anyway, it's a different problem for the simplicity. And so they finally followed up with me today. So they called me back. I was expecting a call for the other stuff, and then they called me about this. And I'm like, oh yeah, I've been waiting to hear. And basically, they were telling me a bunch of bad news, saying they're so backlogged right now, they don't think they can get it done anytime soon, and I have end of the year deadline issues. And on top of that, then I explained the new problem, because they are not directly related, but they one might feed into the other. And so now the person I was talking to is really nice, and she said, okay, wow, this is actually way more complicated than I first thought, and this new thing is, yeah, way, way worse. So she is actually going to get a meeting together with other people and figure out what the best course of action at this point is, but it kind of sounds like I'm screwed no matter how this goes about. So I'm not happy. And then I was doing some tax planning things. This was actually unrelated. And then there was I was trying to take advantage of wash sale rules, because I have a bunch of losses I need to take advantage of, because I'm actually kind of in trouble this year, and so I'm getting taxed, but basically all I have are losses this year, and I really need to write off these losses to get back some of my tax money, because I'm going broke paying taxes for things that I'm not actually earning. It's not fair. I shouldn't be going broke and then still being expected to pay taxes. because I'm not making anything. I'm losing everything. It killed my business. I lose a whole bunch of stuff in the stock market, and they're still taking the tax money even though I don't have it, because there's nothing to pay taxes on, but they take it anyway. And so, I guess, yeah, we're food time, huh? Okay. Let's get your food. I think you're gonna like the rotisserie chicken skin. And you got a piece of lint stuck to you. So anyway, I've been in I've been trying to work with my brokerage to basically get this everything ready. You know, all the T's crossed, the I's dotted, that type of thing. Make sure there's no accidents, no mistakes, because I know the IRS doesn't tolerate mistakes. And so one of the things I needed to do is make sure I don't buy any more shares of the things I'm gonna sell. There's basically, so they call it a 60-day wash sale rule. So basically, can't. So it's a little esoteric, but basically the gist of it is that you don't sell. So you don't sell and then immediately rebuy. You have to wait 30 days. But there's a little more esoteric rule that also says you can't buy within 30 days and then sell. And so there's actually a 60-day window on this tax law. So anyway, I was basically making sure that I wasn't going to buy anything, and making sure everything looks clean. And then I remembered, automatic dividend reinvestments. I need to make sure those get canceled, because a dividend reinvestment is buying more shares. So I had contacted my the company a week or two ago, and told them, cancel the dividends. They knew I'd already talked to them about the tax planning stuff. So they said, yeah, sure, no problem. Well, of course, my luck. I checked my account today, and there was a dividend that was paid out, and it was reinvested. And oh boy, and so that's going to really screw me up. So I was also freaking out on that, and so I was trying to talk to them. And so right now it's no promises, but they did put in the request to recharacterize the dividend reinvestment to just pay out the dividend, and hopefully it'll go through. So right now I just have to sit with my fingers crossed. So let me switch over to Scruffy here. So today I saw him sleeping in the... I think I saw him sleeping in the box early this morning. I think. I might be getting that mixed up. Maybe I didn't. But then I saw him later on the table, all sprawled out, sleeping. I think he's upside down. Or his head was upside down. So, the weather... Actually, it started off kind of gloomy, but it actually, the sun came out, let's say by late morning. And it warmed up a little, because I guess we got the sun. Actually, not because we got the sun, it warmed up a little. Because I think, it's actually been warmer with clouds recently. But today it was a little bit warmer, though it's still kind of on the cool. It's pretty cool. I actually went for a walk later, which is where I saw the friendly cat, and I brought an extra jacket, and I brought a glove, my biking gloves that I use because my hands freeze from the wind chill. So my hands were kind of feeling cold, so I thought I'd bring the gloves. And then, oh yeah, I brought out Scruffy's water. I needed to go to the bank, so I didn't stick around. But I knew Scruffy was out here. I saw a glimpse of him from the kitchen window, and when I came out, I was like, I thought I saw him here, and I couldn't see him. I was looking around, and then oh yeah, he was like right behind the table, and I must have saw his reflection or something. And so I'm like, oh, there he is. And so he was looking pretty grumpy. Looked like, yeah, he didn't want me there. Go away. Yeah, but he didn't want to move. So just kind of a sleepy grumpiness. So yeah, so unlike yesterday, he wasn't going to approach me. So I go back inside, and then the moment I lock the door, yeah, he gets up and he goes to the water bowl. So yeah, he was waiting for me to leave. And so I filmed him for a couple minutes drinking the water, but I didn't stay the whole time because I did really need to go to the bank and deal with this nightmare. And yeah, so that was the morning. And then, yeah, after the bank did not return my phone call, and within 30 minutes or whatever, and me doing all this other stuff, I sent out one last desperate email to my dad's financial advisor, who he really liked, and he's actually, yeah, a really nice guy. So, kind of out of desperation, I told him what was going on with this medallion signature guarantee problem. And basically, I was kind of desperate, asking him, "Is there anything you can do? Like, do you know of any institutions that will offer it, or do you have any sway with this company that can get them to relax their requirements, or can you get them to give me the official documentation that my credit union's asking for?" So I sent off that email, and then I went for my walk, and yeah, I saw the friendly cat. Didn't see any other cats, just the friendly cat. Yeah, I guess I had a pretty good walk. So my leg is, yes, I did the stretching exercises last night, and it's, yeah, I still have pain and discomfort, and can't fully cross my leg over as much as I should be able to. But I did notice a slight improvement, so I feel like I was able to go a little tiny bit further with significantly less pain or discomfort. So I guess that's slow but forward progress. So I guess I need to just keep waiting, and hopefully it will heal. Hopefully soon, because yeah, I really do want to get back to running and biking. So anyway, the final piece of optimism. So right before I started dinner here, I got a response back from my dad's financial advisor, and he wrote back saying he spoke to his manager, and his manager sounds like he would agree to do a medallion signature guarantee for me if I can get them basically my letter of intent, and forms of identification and all that stuff. But no problem. So yeah, I'm feeling a pretty big sigh of relief that I might have an out here. Doesn't fix my two other problems, but this is one of the big three problems that I've been dealing with today. So one, and this is the one that I think I have the least recourse with. So this one, if I can't do anything with it, the funds I think go to the government or something, and then I have to probably chase it down through the government as like abandoned property or something like that. That sounds like a nightmare. So I have to do that. The second problem with the tax issue, that one. So since I haven't pulled the trigger on the actual sale yet, I'm actually still okay, but I gotta wait for confirmation on what's going to happen with that dividend. But I am running out of time. However, I think I do have a way out in that I could wait till the next tax year to take the loss. It leaves me in a tougher situation financially for this year, but I'll probably be able to scrape through. And then the third problem is just a real annoying piece of whatever. So basically there is a tiny bit left in my dad's account, which was supposed to be moved over, but didn't get moved over. So it's like $4.69. It's a ridiculously small amount of money. But by law, I'm supposed to take the money out under my name and pay taxes on it. But because it's still under my dad's name, I can't touch it. And so I can take it out under his name, but that actually will file a taxable event on his account. And so I would have to hire a tax attorney to help me file amended tax return for my dad's last tax return, because we've already filed his final tax return from 2 years ago or whatever it was. And so this $4.69 probably cost me, $469 or something like that if I'm lucky. And, depending on how much the tax guy wants to charge me, they might charge me $1,469 for all I know. They jack you up on anything they want to charge you because nobody wants to deal with this stuff. So I really don't want to have to go through that. Though there is a possibility that the amount is so small the IRS might just ignore it. But I can't get confirmation one way or the other. And, I don't want to, evade taxes or do anything illegal, but it's so ridiculous for $4.69. Okay, folks, that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.